Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim Special Edition Legendary Difficulties Survival Mods installed. I'm your host, College Fade. It's episode 76 and we're at the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. Finally, we're going to zone in here and our buddy who has been following us since Whiterun is going to be able to experience this thing that he's wanted to do for a long time. There is Maurice Jondrel, who so desperately wanted to see the Elder Gleam Sanctuary that he has followed us through dragon attacks and dungeons and all kinds of things, and he's managed to live the whole time, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what he thinks of this. We're going to do the Elder Gleam Sanctuary, and then we're going to head to Solstheim, one of my favorite places in the game. I love this music. Comes up when it has the big wow moments for you. I love it. It's great. Yeah, look at that.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the sights and sounds of this beautiful sanctuary as I have? Truly remarkable, isn't it?
It is truly remarkable. It's also going to get a little violent, because it's Skyrim, and that's what we do. Folks on my channel, I know most of you come here for 4X gaming style stuff, but there's going to be more Skyrim in the coming days and weeks, because quite frankly, it's the one thing that brings me peace in this crazy time of pandemic that we're experiencing right
No
now.
idea you were a man of violence. What exactly are your intentions in this blessed place?
I need sap to fix the Gildergreen.
You would violate this marvel of Kinnereth's glory to fix that half-breed stump in Whiterun? That's abominable. Barbaric. I'll have no part of this. Why didn't you tell me what you intended?
Do you have a better idea?
Well, yes. There is something. It won't repair the tree back at the temple, but we could bring them a new one.
What do you have in mind?
Follow me. I think I can convince the tree to help us.
You can?
It's like it was in my dreams.
Alright, Maurice. What? Well, I'm supposed to follow you, but where are you? It's right. Here's the tree. Okay, so what now, Maurice?
The Elder Gleam has blessed us with a sapling. You should take it to Whiterun. Danica will want to see that the true blessings of nature lie in renewal, not a slavish maintenance.
Thanks for your help.
It was my pleasure, friend. In a way, I envy you getting to carry such a direct sign of Kinnereth's graces. Good luck on your travels. May Kinnereth's wind carry only the sweetest scents.
Well, that's amazing. Okay, so I've never done the quest that way because I've never allowed him to follow me all the way here. In fact, not allowed. He's never survived it before. So, I'm accustomed to the game. I'm accustomed to things going violent here, and everybody dying, and taking the sap back to
Speak.
Danica, but that's, wow. For all the years I've been playing Skyrim, I've never done it that way. That's really cool. No, you can do it that way. Well, hot dog. Nobody dies. There's no violence. Hey. Cool. I like that. Everybody, enjoy your trip here. Enjoy your stay. And we'll be on our way. Solstheim. Take that sapling back to her when we have a chance. What a wonderful way to handle that.
Another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind you.
We just did. We just did, and no, I don't really want to go in there. What I want to do is... Oh, there's a giant... Some giants over this way. I'm grabbing as many giant toes as I can because I'm going to legendary. Set my alchemy to legendary to get some additional levels later on, much later on. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. There you are. There's his giant toe. Ooh, he has some dragon scales. We'll take those just in case. Void salts. Definitely like having those. They have a chest here. Spellbinder runic boots. The Spellbinder armor is my second favorite armor set from Immersive Armor. It's pretty wonderful. Where are we? Okay. Well, now. Need to head in this direction. There's the little inn. $2:20 in the morning. Let's see. Got just the right thing here.
What? Nakast!
Bingo. You have some travelers here.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to solitude.
Why are we even going to a wedding at this far-flung end of the Empire?
Those people crack me up. You run across them periodically in the game, and they make me laugh. We're going to switch to our Predator Night Vision for Vampire. Courtesy of Gopher. Great mod to have, especially if you like playing a vampire or a werewolf. I prefer vampire. Most people seem to prefer werewolf. I think the reason people prefer the werewolf form, and I'm just guessing here, but I think the reason so many of them prefer it is because they're playing on normal difficulty level. They're playing on adept or something like that. And if you're playing on that difficulty level, the werewolf, turning into a werewolf and chewing up a room or a dungeon or anywhere is fun and powerful and makes you feel like, hey, I rock. But if you're playing on legendary like we are, then it's not as... Oh, they both died. That's awesome. It's not as powerful. You know, if you're on legendary and you turn into a werewolf, you pretty much get your butt kicked, so... And that's what I'm doing. Legendary difficulty. Oh, we need to grab some of these jazzbait grapes. I don't think we have a lot of them. In order to cut weight on my character, I left a lot of crafting components, alchemy components back at Whiterun. It's amazing how quickly that stuff adds up. And there, the weather changed. You can see the weather sense in the center. The little yellow bar shrinks, and now the red one on the right flips over to the left. Things are going to start getting colder. I love Frostfall. There's a big old kitty over there. There's a cat and some wolves. I'm surprised they're not at each other's throats. So we have to take a boat to Solstheim. We also have some things to sell, but not much, so I'm not worried about it. We still have a lot of room on our weight. The boat, as it happens, is down there, but getting to it without zoning in is a little bit of a difficulty. Now, I might be able to do it. A little damage there.
What? Nakas!
Hey, awesome. Let's go over here. Which boat is it? Is this one on the right, maybe?
The northern
Yep.
maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
What happened? Why won't you go back?
It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. It's not right losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yes, you are. You're taking me to Solstheim.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
I'll pay you double your usual rate.
Well, a man's got to make a living after all. Fine. We'll cast off immediately.
Brilliant. Dindulad successfully initialized. We haven't been here yet, so that's nice.
Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
That reminds me of a quote from one of my favorite movies, Steven Soderbergh's Solaris. He says, I could tell you what's going on, but that wouldn't really tell you what's going on. Alright. Who are you?
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions.
I'm looking for Mirak. Do you know him?
Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redera. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
No. Why are you so suspicious of visitors?
I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern.
Has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Redaren's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
Alright, thanks. You know who Mirak is?
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it.
Can you tell me anything about him?
I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone. I'm not sure what.
Captain Gjalland does the business around
Started
here.
to wonder what happened to.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even asked. Yes.
I love harkening back to Morrowind. which was just such a mind-blowing game when it came out. $6 in the morning, everybody's going to be up rolling around here pretty soon. But we'll go take care of the shrine first. We have these trauma root. Trauma root is useful in alchemy as well. So grab a few of those.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. Are you scared of sunlight or something?
Well, what's going on here? Earthstone.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here?
I'm looking for someone named Mirak.
Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. That makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there.
What are these people doing?
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish.
What faithless minds have
That's
stolen.
that, then.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere. Just come with this.
Well, let's see. Activate the Earthstone.
Ever near to us.
Your eyes once were blinded. Your hands once were idle. And when the world shall listen, and when the world remembers, here in my shrine, that you have forgotten. That you might
Well, that seems strange. Okay. It's been so long since I played this DLC, I've kind of forgot about the order of events here.
Which could be very enlightening to observe you.
So, what are you gonna do, Neloth? Well, in that case, we'll go to the shrine. What's it say? Reach the Temple of Mirak. House of Horrors. Go to the abandoned house. We don't want to do that now. The Ethereum shards are no longer important. Nothing, actually, is important other than getting up there. Here we are on Soulstone. So we'll have to go to the Temple of Mirak. On the route. Hey, looks like we have a problem here.
Where'd you come from?
There we go.
Veteran guard. Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here.
What were those things?
Some of the veteran guard have taken to calling them ash spawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped.
How did that bring you to this old farm?
I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction.
Be glad to lend you a hand. Or a price.
I think I could talk the counselor into paying you, and I could use an extra pair of hands. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind, and I'd hate to lose any more veteran guard.
Very well. Where do I begin?
We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual.
Trauma route. Let's see, is it on the ash spawn themselves? Spawn ash. Declaration of war. That looks like it. Where did he go? Right there.
Have you found something?
I discovered this note on one of the ash spawn.
This is strange. The note says it's from General Folks Carius, but that's impossible.
Impossible? Why?
Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive.
What do you want me to do?
If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm gonna head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults.
Kill
Careful.
General Folks Carius. Right, March of the Dead. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's where you get the weapon with the best enchantment in the game. But before we head off to Fort Frostmoth, there's this neat little quest up here. Bourbon Bell.
It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
Sirrah.
What's the matter with you?
With me? What's the matter with you? Sorry, I've just had a lot of hawk-faced cowards coming by to mock my efforts. It probably can't hurt to tell you. You look mostly honest. The name's Rollis. Rollis Sedaris, out of Morgold. I've got a financier waiting for me back on the mainland. Sent me here in the interests of obtaining some rare antiquities, the relics of Arzador. But this whole thing became a disaster right quick, let me tell you.
What happened?
You come out of the northern ashlands, you don't expect things to go easy, you know. But this was something outside my particular expertise. When I first got to Kolbjorn, you couldn't even see it. Buried in the ash, like most other things on this blasted island. Dug out a pile of the stuff taller than me just to find the barrel. Who knows how much to reach the door? Excavating isn't exactly my specialty. Even if it was, the ash storms fill it in faster than you can dig.
Why not hire some of the miners out of Raven Rock?
You think I've got that kind of money? No, I only get paid on delivery. Can't afford to go out of pocket for 1,000 centimes on this. Takes money to make money, all that rot. There's a lot of it at the other end, but I can't get there without a little kick to start it off.
I've got some money. You looking for a partner?
What? Are you serious? Well, I think I could make that work. We can sort out the details of our little arrangement later. But for now, I'll manage the dig if you can manage the coin. Do you have the gold?
Of course.
It's all here. Well then, looks like I have a good bit of work to start on. I'll head back to Raven Rock and round up some diggers. Once we've got something worth looking at, I'll send word to you. Pleasure doing business with you, partner. I'll see you soon.
I was always taught to avoid
Yes,
these
you
types
will.
of ruins. I think I see why now.
Read the Journal of Aralis Sedaris, Volume 19. Initial prospects look poor, to say the least. Alright. Rayless, you have a job. I will be on my hay. There's some art stone deposit. I feel like this is important, but I can't remember why. So, I'm gonna mine a little bit of it. To say that it's been a long time since I played this DLC is almost an understatement. Who's that person up there? Is it Neloth? It is. Neloth.
Where'd you come from?
Ash hopper jelly. Chitin plate. I think I actually need some chitin plate. I'm gonna look and see what it says in that Daedra Creeper crafting manual. I think there's chitin plate needed for, for the gauntlets. 2 chitin plates. And 4 chitin. Oh, you need a bunch for the cuirass and the leggings and all that. So we need a bunch of those. Okay, we need lots of chitin plates. We'll do our best to, oh, there's a couple of big goons over here. Let's go get this guy. Yeah. Oh, it's got all this dwarven mage stuff. Juniper berries. Back down here and look at the fire mage who died. He has the spellbinder stuff, which is just so very neat. I'm gonna take it all. She does, actually. Take it, can. There's Fort Frostmoth. Let's go. Let's see what we can find in there. Fort Frostmoth. What's my conjuration doing? It's 38 now? Great. So now I can do Summoner. Conjure them further away. Double duration for conjured atronach. See, we're redoing this because we set it to legendary, so.
It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
Oh, well, look at there.
Who's there?
Oh. Knocked him way over here. I like these guys. They always have ore. So that's always good. Oh. Let's go kill these guys. There's a lot of spawn ash in here to clear out. I think, though. There we go. He can just take care of that one.
Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush. Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
I'm gonna get out of the way because I'm gonna zap the heck out of these guys. Where's that guy? Oh, somebody's shooting me from the back. Good luck shooting me when I'm over here. There we go. And there are more of them. Of course. Spawn ash. Yes. Alright. Let's see. I think this is the one you can't get into because it's locked. Yep, requires a key. And this is the one you can. So we're gonna go in here. Frostmoth. Oh, there we go. That's one way to do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. This is quite the place. Full of ash. I think Serana. Oh, there's a downstairs there, and I think that's where we want to go. So we'll go check this room out. First. Too terribly interesting here. Old banded armor. Well, you can get into the top of the fort that way. Nice. Up through the top. Getting out in front of me is not a good idea. A master door. Have tons of lockpicks, so I'm not being awesome about this. But that's a little too many failures for me. Here we go. Oops. Other way. Oops. Now I know where it is. It's right about there. There we go. Hey, there's a big, huge, fat chest in here. It's got the Elven Warhammer spelling. I'll take that because it's so nice. I don't need the shield. I don't need the other thing either, but actually considering how much we're trying to fund this expedition as well. Oh, moon sugar. This is it's used in crafting, but I can't remember the exact recipe it's used in. Just have to look it up. Let's do some big explosions. Where are the rest of these guys? Exploding spiders and such. Albino spider egg damaged. Albino spider pod. Oh yeah, and then I forgot. Yeah, but these are awesome. Ruby geode. They have all these geodes now, so you can just mine directly for gems, which is pretty awesome. That's hers. I see that and I'm like, ah. Very quick mining area. Art stone. And we're out. Oh, no, there's a ruby geode right there. We'll keep that one. Okay, so what about the other end of this dungeon? Let's see what we can find here. Requires a key. Okay, which one of these guys had the key? He's empty. That one's empty. There were more than one guy, though. Didn't both die there, did they? Where's the key? He's not down there, I can tell you that much. Oh, and she's got her thing, albino spider pod. What's this? Maximian's backpack. Ooh, letter to Selena. 1, 2, 3. What do the letters say? Letter to Selena. It's been a difficult day. General Carius ordered us to help the laborers shore up the walls since they're starting to show their age. It's back-breaking work. Without the extra support, the walls wouldn't stand up to a siege. Some of the men are grumbling about the task, but I don't agree with them. The General knows what's best for Fort Frostmoth, and I would follow him to oblivion and back if he asked. There's a supply ship due on Solstheim in a few weeks, and I hope to send you all these daily letters I've been writing. Hope you enjoy reading them as much as I enjoy writing them. I miss you, Selena, and I can't wait to see you when my time on Solstheim is through. Yours always, Maximian Axius. Euphemius was killed this morning by one of those awful weaklings. We were escorting a supply wagon from Fort Frostmoth to Raven Rock when a war party of those bastards ambushed us from the cliffs. We fought them off, but poor Ephemius was impaled by one of their spears. The healers at the fort couldn't do anything for him, and I watched him slip away as I held his hand. Don't know how much longer I can stand being here. My loyalty to the Empire, strong words General Carius delivers to us each morning muster, are the only things keeping me going. The supply ship should arrive tomorrow, and I promise to give the quartermaster my letters so they can finally be sent home. Give my love to the children. The supply ship due in Solstheim hasn't arrived yet, and no one knows what's happened to it. I'll keep writing these letters in hopes that they can be delivered to you one day. It's awful being isolated on Solstheim like this. General Carius keeps telling us we need to maintain Fort Frostmoth for the good of the Empire. I believe what he's saying only because he's never led us down the wrong path in the past. I'm wondering if anyone on the Imperial Council even gives a damn about this pile of rock. 4 soldiers have died in the last 2 years at Fort Frostmoth. Almost seems as though the Empire takes us all for granted and expects us to sit out here and get chipped away at like the rock inside the mine. My posting here can't end soon enough. Looks like it ended after 3 letters. Oh, letter to Selena 4. This is my last letter. I don't know if you'll ever get any of them, but I'll keep them on me in case I'm ever found. Something happened here, Selena. It's horrible. Something's happened at the Red Mountain, but I can't describe it. As if hundreds of Oblivion gates opened at once. Summit, spitting fire and death in all directions. Fort Frostmoth has been completely destroyed. The walls crumble like loose dirt and the land is on fire. Everything around me smells of ash and death. I don't know where anyone is. Trapped in one of these lower sections of the fort. I don't expect to be rescued anytime soon. Miss you, Selena. I want to hold you and the children in my arms and tell you that everything is going to be fine, but I don't think that will ever happen. Give my love to Syracuse and Atia for me. Tell them their father died bravely defending the Empire. They can hold their heads high when they speak of me. And you, my love, when you close your eyes at night, think of me so my spirit can finally come. Well, my friend, sorry you didn't make it home. Oh, what do we have here? Another part of the fort. Yes, this is where the important bit is. Made a level, so I might as well handle that right now. Let's grab. Oh, let's grab some health, I guess, since certain things can still one-shot us. Destruction? What can we do with destruction? Apprentice. We don't need. Oh, Rune Master, though. Can place runes 5 times further away. I want to be able to do that. I'll use them more if I can actually do that. Disintegrate, shock damage, disintegrates targets if their health is low. Intense flames, hold on, go back there. Right down here. Augment flames. What's intense flame? Causes targets to flee if their health is low. Oh, fun. Okay. This area is just blocked off. Dead bodies are all collapsed in. There's coffins, but I don't recall there being anything in them yet. Bloody rags and skulls and stuff like that. Nothing useful. But there is this knapsack with the Fort Frostmoth key. That's what we want. And Ildari's journal. It's been almost a month since unearthing the crypt at Fort Frostmoth, and I haven't seen a single spark of life in the General's remains. Rafting the Heartstone to the subject is proving much more difficult than I originally anticipated. I've used almost every method I can think of, and still there's no sign of reanimation. At this rate, years before I make any progress. Which is time that I just can't afford right now. My vengeance is to come to fruition. I need results. Not, I may need to resort to more drastic measures. Day 47. Finally appears that I am making some progress. After my latest experiment, General Carius's eyes briefly opened and he moved his arms. Lasted for less than a few moments, but it's the first sign of progress I've seen since I arrived here. A few of my assistants were insisting that I was imagining things, but I dismissed them for their insolence. They won't be bothering anyone ever again. Day 55. General Carius awoke fully today, bolted upright after my incantations and began staggering around like a blind man. He seemed to ignore my commands. In fact, hearing my voice seemed to increase his hostility. I was able to remove the Heartstone before it became violent. This isn't a result that I expected. Even though he's able to be awakened, I feel as though the real work has just begun. Day 59. The General is still unable or unwilling to listen to my commands. He's acting increasingly paranoid and appears to have his own free will. He's convinced that I am a spy, the enemy. I've had to restrain him to prevent him from outright attacking me. This is becoming intolerable. I'm beginning to wonder if someone with a Heartstone can be commanded at all. If my experiment with General Carius fail, I may have to resort to self-experimentation. Something I've been avoiding for a long time. I'd say it eventually worked. He's up and running around. Hey, look at that. Daedric's Sword of Storms. Serana, you want that? It looks pretty fancy. Alright, we have the key. Let us use it. Over here on this here door. My buddy.
I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, I don't either. You know? See him out there in the distance. Sorry, Serana, you just ran right for me. That's what she does, you know. Runs right. That's one of those things that I really hope that they fix in the next version of the game, Elder Scrolls 6. General. Where is he? Kill him. I'm just gonna sit over here and zap him, but you need to swing that sword, buddy. Alright. Dead. The Champion's Cudgel. So here you go. 50% chance for each element of fire, frost, and shock to do 56 points of damage. That is the best enchantment in the game. And it makes me very excited to now have it so that I can disenchant it and put it on a big, fat dragonbone sword. Where'd the rest of the guys go? There they are. Very, very, very excited about that. Now what does he have in his room here? As glass armor of Major Squire. We'll take this stuff only because we can sell it. Scourge of the Great Quarter. Someday I would actually like to read all these books. Boethia's Glory. Boethia. I know know some people have actually read every single book in Skyrim. That is not me. Alright, you can go out that other door, but actually, where does that go? This is the one we couldn't get out of earlier, right? Yeah. So here we go. Fort Frostmoth. Yeah. Oh gosh, playing this with the old Morrowind music brings back so many good emotions. I absolutely love that soundtrack to Morrowind. Morrowind still has the best soundtrack. So good. Actually did start playing Morrowind again. I found that there's some pretty good Morrowind modding projects. They've done quite a bit to improve body models and animations and things of that nature. It still doesn't look anything like a modern video game at all, but it looks better. Where's he running to? That'll teach you. Alright. This house here. But I did start playing, and really the single most annoying thing about playing Morrowind is how combat works. I mean, there's a lot of annoying parts about Morrowind, but how combat and magic work is just awful. Oh, fall down, go boom. Punks. Ooh, big fat book, extreme student, lasting potency, bloody rags, the lusty Argonian maid. So these guys are down here by themselves. Getting on with the lusty Argonian maid. Read the letter. It says, Rodolph, light and strength. I feel your words are not your own, and I worry dearly for your health. I beg of you, please depart that blasted island and return to solitude at once. My nights have been almost impossible to bear without you. You would be the death of me. My love, do not return soon. I will come for you. However you pronounce that name. Oh. Ashpot. I'll pick. Serana didn't follow me down here? What are you doing, girl? It's like I've had enough of caves. Yes, we'll take. Oh, I didn't want the cabbage, darn it. I don't need any food. Cabbage. Stalra Moorhammer. Oh my goodness, that thing is. Wow, that's worth some bucks. Okay. And the bookshelf activates, and then come down here. You can find this place, and you can find this guy. Oh, and that's Bjorn. Opulent hood, opulent robes. Oh. Well then. Bloodstained letter. Bjorn, do not come to this place. I have not much self left. The earth will take us both. Oh, well, Bjorn didn't listen. Ornamental ingots. Reverent Steel Greatsword. It's not a lot of money for the weight, and we're just about full up on stuff we can carry out of here. This is something I've never been able to figure out, is what actually goes on in this room. So we may have to come back. I may have to do some research and look at this, because I've not ever figured out if there's something special about this. There's more quests tied to this or what. So in the meantime, we'll just exit, but first we're going to take that big old fat garnet there. So as I was saying, the thing that's really annoying about playing Morrowind is the combat, because in Skyrim, if you swing and strike your opponent, you do damage, but not so in Morrowind. Every single strike is basically a dice roll, so even though it might look like you're swinging and hitting your opponent, you're not, and that's just really... But I think, if I remember correctly, there's a mod that fixes that to make it behave more like Skyrim. And I might have even installed that. I have to go back and check. Kind of do want to play Morrowind because it's been so long. East Empire Pendant. Alright, a bunch of stuff. Let's go find our friend who wanted us to take care of Fort Frostmoth. In addition, we're going to go take a quick look at the barrow. He may be on to stage 2.
We've got a crew on it. They're not sharp, but they're working hard. Come back soon.
Okay.
See how they do.
Perfect. I like Rayless. He's a good character. Well, a voice actor. I like all the Morrowind voice actors coming back and doing jobs here, doing their work for this game. Of course, if you played the DLC all the way out, then you know about Rayless. Oh, look. An ash yam. I don't think I need that for anything, but it's the spawn ash I need for my suit armor that I'm going to make, the Daedra Creeper armor. Very nice stuff. Let's see the captain of the guard, or whatever his name was.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
I killed General Carius.
I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock.
We'll no longer send ash spawn to Raven Rock.
Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
Alright.
Thank you for your assistance. It's raised my men's spirits quite a bit.
Well, we're going to save the game here, and we're going to end this episode here. We've done first little bit here for Raven Rock and
I don't know what you're playing.
Solstheim. So, folks, as always, thanks for watching. If you guys dig the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. And if you like the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.